each year. We are given 525,600 of them to spend as we choose. So how do you measure a year? This past year or this year that is before us? How do you measure it? At this point, I was going to sing a little song for you. However, I decided to leave it to some professionals, since they don't have a cold and I do. Otherwise, you wouldn't know the difference between us.
525,000 moments so dear. 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year? In daylights, in sunsets, in midnights, in cups of coffee, in inches, in miles, and laughter and strife. In 525,600 minutes, how do you measure a year in the life? Seasons of love, seasons of It's time now to sing out, the story never ends. Let's celebrate, remember, a year in a life of seasons of love, seasons of love.
525,600 minutes is what you had. About 3,500 of those minutes are already gone. That's leaving you 522,100 minutes left in this year. Tick tock. Tick tock. And we stand at the threshold of a brand new year, a brand new possibility. How will you spend your remaining 522,100 minutes? How will you do it? You know, unconsciously, too many of us live the same year over and over and over again. If we don't consciously change the pattern of our thinking and the pattern of our believing, we're destined to repeat what we've already done. Now, will you relive the past 525,600 minutes? Or will you live a brand new 525,600 minutes this year? It's really up to you. Will you walk through a revolving door, or will you walk through an evolving door? I suggest evolving. Our theme for 2016 is transformation, and our theme for the month of January is new beginnings. I ask you to really take that seriously. Take it on in earnest, pun intended. The poet Adrienne Rich wrote, "Either you will go through this door, or you will not go through." So I invite you to walk through that evolving door and allow your life to become a constant transformation into what is next, your greater yet to be. Ask yourself, will I live from history this year, or will I live in present moment now creation? It's not just present moment awareness, but present moment now creation. Now is the only place that we have the opportunity really to create. It's the only place. The past is finished, although sometimes we pretend it's not. And the future has not yet arrived, although we like to fantasize that it has. But the present is the only place that you have power. And how you live this year, how you spend your remaining 522,100 minutes is all up to you. The choice is yours. You know, we can design the next year and unfold it by choosing what to release from the past, what to empower in the present, and what to create for the future with clear and conscious intention. We can choose not to be at the effect of our past, but rather we can choose to be the cause of our intended future. Consciousness is cause. And so if we envelop and empower, embody and embrace that consciousness that is our true intention for this coming year, we can make it so. We can make it so. You know, your best year is not out there somewhere. It's within you. It is a seed planted in the soil of your soul by Spirit itself. All you're asked to do is nurture it. Nurture that seed. The life that you've always wanted, it's within your reach. It's all up to you. I said this the first Sunday that I was here, and I want to repeat this quote. Angelise Arian wrote, "Every transition," so the transition from this past year to this new year, every transition is a process of leaving and entering. And it has the potential to expand our love, to teach us more about giving and receiving, and to manifest more balance and creativity, to invite new experiences and possibility into our lives. It is an opportunity to light a new path if we are willing to do the personal work necessary. Underline that. If we're willing to do the personal work necessary, the work in consciousness. And when we do the work in consciousness, we earn a divine right of consciousness, to have that which we embody. So to start that personal work today, in just a few moments, we're going to do a ceremony, what I call a 21st century burning bowl, where we consciously close the past year and we open ourselves to this year that is before us now. In order to have a good new beginning, we must have good endings. It's important for us to reflect on and to complete the past, to appreciate it, to bless it, and to release it. All of those things that have been challenging and difficult, those are the easy things to release, actually. But I'm also going to ask you to release even the fantastic, wonderful, good things, because if we hang on to them too tightly, we squeeze the very life out of them. Release. Open up, because when you release, you create the space and the opening for that greater yet to be, for what's next and what's new, what's wanting to be birthed in and through and as you. I learned this at the age of 12, although I didn't realize it at the time. I was learning to water ski. And I'm skiing, and I get up, and I'm having a good old time. And then the inevitable happened, I fell. My instinct was to hold on to that rope for dear life. As I was being pulled through the lake, not able to breathe, I'm thinking, wow, this is the end. If my life flashes before me, it'll be very quick because I'm only 12. And pretty soon I didn't have the strength to hang on anymore. And I let go of the rope, and guess what? I'm bobbing up and down in the water. I'm breathing, I'm going, wow, this looks like just where I left. So let go. It opens you up to new possibilities. We must let go, because what we hang on to imprisons our possibilities in our fists rather than opening them up. So what we're going to do is we're going to release into the fire of transformation that which we no longer need to hang on to. And you have all your equipment under your chair, and I'll show you what to do with it in a moment. You might want to pull out just the envelope at this point. Just have that envelope handy, okay? Don't open it yet, just have it handy. So we're going to release into the fire all that we're ready to release in surrender, all that might hold us back in any way from the magnificent masterpiece that we are and that we're creating in this year. If you don't have something under your chair, raise your hand and the ushers will bring it to you. Okay? We're going to clean the slate and prepare the soil of our soul for that which is wanting to be birthed through us, through this purifying fire of transformation. I'll just demonstrate for you, and I'll demonstrate it again in case you missed it the first time. So, I have lots of tricks. I'm a trickster. I told you I was a pyromaniac, right? I warned you. Okay. But out of this fire of purification, this fire of transformation, we rise like the phoenix into new possibility and new life, into infinite possibility. And we're pulled by vision and intention as we do that. Because when you release all of that baggage of the past, you make yourself available to something new and something fantastic. So as you consciously live each of your 525,600 minutes this year, you allow your greatest self-expression to emerge and to make itself known, and your fullest potential to be released and realized. And so to realize that full potential and possibility, we're going to release the past and any limitation of any kind that holds you back, including all of that good that wants you to kind of stick with it and savor it. Just know that the good's traveling with you. You don't have to pay all that attention to it and hang on to it. It's with you. It's a part of you now. And so it gives us the opportunity to open up to that infilling presence of spirit that is who we are truly, and allows spirit, the space within us, to work in, through, and as us, to be the expression that we are. And so I invite you now to go into your envelope, and you're going to pull out a little piece of paper like this. Now this is very special paper, as you saw, but it's even more special than what you just saw. This paper has the ability to absorb many, 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 many times its weight in energy. Okay? You with me so far? So what I'm going to ask you to do is just take a moment to contemplate those things that you're ready to release, to surrender, to let go of, to appreciate, bless, and let it be. And just holding that paper, you might close your eyes if that helps, or create a soft fuzzy focus somewhere, or maybe just look at the paper, and allow that energy of release to just move into the paper, and the paper will absorb it. So just know that that's happening right now. And literally feel it moving out of you and into this paper. Release and let go. Lest you worry that you might forget something to release into the paper, this is how special this little piece of paper is. It will even absorb stuff that you think of as you're driving home today. It'll still go. Okay? So not to worry if you forget something. It doesn't mean it doesn't get released. Okay? That's how special this paper is. And so in just a moment, I'm going to ask you to one by one come up, and you're going to hold this to the flame and allow the past to be consumed in the purifying fire of transformation. And release it into the light and the illumination of spirit. Ernest Holmes said this. He said, "There's a light that permeates the world, but we have not sensed it. We need, in the silence of our own contemplation, to take time to feel that light and to see it." You've just felt it, and now we're going to see it. Now, I'm going to demonstrate one more time before I have you come up. And this is similar to the lesson that I taught you, those of you who were here for the candlelight service. I taught you then how not to get burned in candle lighting and in relationships. If you weren't here, ask someone who was. It was a good lesson. Today, what I want to tell you is, what you hang on to that you should release will burn you if you hang on to it. So you want to release and let go, right? And you don't want to release and drop, because that doesn't have the same effect of releasing and letting go. So you want to release it and let it go. So as soon as I'll do it again. Why? Because you only get one. I have like 10. So as soon as hold it by the corner between your fingers, just lightly like this, and then you're going to put it. And as soon as it catches you, don't drop it. Just whoosh, release and let go. Release and let go. So. Right? Now, the trick would be kind of like chopsticks. You've got to, release, let go. Ready? The rest will change up. All right, you got it? All right. Now, I promised last month, which was last year, that we could set this place on fire. And this is what I mean it in a good way. We're not going to burn it down, we're going to set it on fire. And I think Hafiz, the Persian poet, maybe captures it best. He says, "Spill the oil lamp, set this dry, boring place on fire. If you have ever made wanton love with God, then you have ignited that brilliant light inside that every person needs. So spill the oil." So that's what we're going to do. We're going to spill the oil of the past so that we can open to the promise of the future. So come on up.
Is there an orderly process, or do you want just people to come up?
Oh, yeah. You want an orderly process, huh? All right. Yeah, let's do it this way, and then you know what? Let's do it this way. Back, come up front, and then go back that way. Okay? So back row first. I do know my order. Come on up. Ted, will you play a little bit of Ricky Byers for us?
Yeah.
Okay. Let it go. Hey. Let it go. Let it go. world on fire. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. There you go. Release it. Oh, I was trying to hang on. Memorial candle for 2015. Have we released and let it go? Yes. All right then. What does this mean? If you stand up for a second and do this.
Mine's like,
if you have released and let it go, where are you now? Open. Ready to be filled up, right? All right. Sit down. got that large piece of paper, the one that looks like this. You should have a pen there by your envelope as well. This is where you're going to write your intentions for 2016. And these are the really top of mind, the most important, the golden nugget intentions for 2016. And again, this is a very special paper too. So if you forget some and you think of something on your way home, it's okay. Just think it right onto this page, all right? And you might want to write it down on something when you get home. Now, before you get started writing intentions on there, I want you, I know, there are several in every crowd. Start before they're given their, I can always count on that. Okay, so I want you to affirm something with me as you get started to do this. What you're going to affirm is, I am creating my new scene for 2016. Okay, ready? I am creating my new scene for 2016. Now I want you to know, those two little words, I am, are the two most powerful words in the English language. I is for inspired intention. A is for affirming with attention. And M is for moving into manifestation. I am. I am a miraculous being, and so it is. Amen. Right? It's a prayer in and of itself. So, I am creating my new scene for 2016. So I'm going to ask you to sort of rest in the stillness, connect with spirit, moving in and through and as you, contemplate in the silence this new year that is before you, ready to have you design it in any way that you choose, so that you're spending those remaining 522,100 minutes consciously and intentionally. This is the place, as the music plays in the background, to listen to the voice of spirit within you that is directing you onward, upward, guiding you to your good. And so write down your very high-level intentions on this page. And when you're finished, sort of hold it to your heart and embody it and embrace it, and then fold it like a letter, put it in your envelope, put your address on that envelope, seal it, and then when the collection comes around, put your envelope along with your offering into the offering basket, and then the practitioners and I will be praying on your intention. That's P-R-A-Y-I-N-G, not P-R-E-Y. Praying on for the fulfillment of your intentions. Okay? So just take some time while this music is playing to write those down. Yes, put your own address on the envelope and seal it. It'll be mailed to you in the near future. No, you're putting your offering in the offering basket along with the envelope. That's clever. It's very clever, Sharon. You're going to put your offering in there, we're going to mail it to you. Nice try. It's one way to have abundance show up.
Please put my name on that case.
Yeah, if you're putting money in the envelope, put my address on it. All right.
Shouldn't we sign it?
Pardon?
Shouldn't we sign it?
Sure, sign it. If you didn't sign it, just know that you did. Just see your signature blazing on the page. Okay. And you may be some of you may be finishing that up. You've got a little bit of time before the baskets come around. I just want to close this part of our service with a prayer. In this sacred and holy season of beginnings, I turn my attention to the inner celebration of light. I know that the light at the center of my being is the light of spirit and the life of all. In this consciousness, I am one with God, at peace with myself, in love with life, and in harmony with creation. Heaven comes to earth through me, and a world of joy is revealed. The good I accept for myself and those whom I love, I accept for all people everywhere. I see that we stand together in the radiant truth of our shared beingness, as the love, as the light of spirit bathes our planet. It illumines our way, it uplifts our thoughts, fills our hearts, inspires our words, and informs our deeds. Through us, a new year of peace, beauty, and blessings is born. And so it is, and so we are, and so we allow it to be so. Blessings on your journey.